Hello, I'm Kelly Callahan and welcome to my little tutorial on Website Box. Quick overview, been a realtor for 14 years, have a certificate degree in web design, generally do my own. Started doing some searching for, see what products are currently out there. I just switched, came to a new company, new broker, and went to RealtySoft, had used their product before. Saw that they have a new product called Website Box, one-time fee of $99, and I thought there's no way they can offer what they claim, but they do offer a 30-day money-back guarantee, so I tried it and cannot believe the amount of functionality for the price. I am so impressed that I had to do this because actually I've got a few people that are buying it based on my recommendation, and so I thought I'd do a little tutorial because once you takes a little figuring out, even though it is pretty easy interface, but there's so much you can do that it's so easy that I thought it would be easier to just go ahead and do a little tutorial for them, and put it up here on the web for other people so that you can see somebody else. I'm not a salesman. I do not work for Website Box. I am just a customer. But if you do want to try them, please click the link below and use my affiliate code so that I get credit. They know that you found me and that I sent you there. Or contact Travis at support. They do have very excellent support. Anyway, let's get started. Once you get your account set up, this is what your control panel is going to look like, basically. I just started setting my site up this past week. Still got things I want to do on it, but we'll probably get there at some point. But so that you can see what all is in here. You have your control panel, your apps and extras. This is things you can buy, add on. The blog app if you want to blog. This is a good add-on. But for right now, we're not going to worry too much about that. Notifications. This will send you things that if you want to, different things you want to do, and we'll talk about that, work with that later. That's a different video. Anyway, we want to look getting started with your website. You'll see you have your app store, your websites, your domain names. You will need to go in and whatever your domain name is, go into settings. This is what your IP address is, but you will get a welcome email, and you'll need to go into wherever you have your domain name set up if it's not through Website Box, and change your name server so that it'll point to their servers. Anyway, so we can close this. You can keep that open. You can do whatever. You can create contacts. It's got a great CRM, which is amazing that it's even included at this price. You can see there's just tons of different things that we can go and look into here. You'll want to set up your profile. I've got part of mine set up, and then this will display on your home pages, etc. And pretty easy there. Couple things. There's a couple different ways you can set up your website initially, and remember, if you want to change it, they are very good about changing it. I chose basically a basic website. I started out with a neighborhood, but if you have one specific neighborhood or one specific place, you might want to choose that. Where I had an original problem, here's your websites. I have one purchase, so I only have one on here. You can double click on this or just click on the picture and it opens up your website. I don't need this open. I'd rather work with a full screen. But what is really cool about this little thing, you can see over here, it's got archives. So if I'm working on it and went, oh God, what did I do? I can go back, just like your restore or something on your thing. And if you're going to start working on it, you might want to save it. We'll do a publish. There's a website that we currently have. You can do a preview of it to see what it's going to look like, or go ahead and publish. That means it's out on the web. You can view your site. I'm going to do no thanks because I have it open. But then that gives me a starting point. So if I'm doing something that I don't, like what on earth did I do and I got it all screwed up and that's not how I want it, I can go back to those archives and open that and republish at that point It's kind of like a massive undo button. And you can do that, and in each of those files by the date, you will see, and I'm starting out with this just so you know, don't panic. You can always go back. Okay, here's today's date, April 14th. At what time I saved and published. This is when I first opened it, so it saved it. And it's a really cool little tool, so I can go back. Okay, I screwed up. I want to go back to that time frame. It'll load the website as of that time. I can publish again, go back, and start back over. So don't worry. Don't panic about making changes and thinking, oh no, I've got to go back. Anyway, as you can see, some of the easy things to do, what you can first do, and this is, I got a little confused here. You'll see all those designs on their website, and what those are samples of other websites, so you can kind of see what yours is going to, if you want, see when you want. But you can customize basically every aspect of this. So your layout, change here, this is where you can pick some of these. It's going to be the basic layout of the top. This happens to be the one, the Ormar. Now I can change it, but all it's going to really change is the placement of the nav bar that would be up here. The logo, where the slider is. The slider is this big square area where your images are. Your title bar, your nav bar, and then if you want, as you can see, there's a ton of different things to choose from. Like this one would move then the nav bar over to the left and have a smaller slider here. But it's basically going to just be changing some of the background and the layout of the top here. So you can play around, change them out, find one that you like. The theme, these are some preset, go ahead and go through them. It'll change the layout and the background somewhat. It's just some preset themes for you to choose from that are already set up. Colors. You can go in here, you can pick any of the preset colors. And what this does is I have red, and it'll change it a little bit on what each one of your things is. But the red, where the red comes in, is going to be the highlights, the background. It's going to be basically your highlighting colors throughout the site. As you see here, the secondary colors. If you have a custom color you want, just highlight down here, move over, and you can pick, move this up and down if you want a blue, then move in here, move your, wherever this little thing is, you can pick your color, and hit submit. You see everything. Now you see what all changed, so you can see what it is. And don't panic, these yellow, the yellow things here are yours on the back end. Those are not, don't show on the website. You can see there that they don't show up. So anyway, okay, I don't want to go with the purple that I picked, so I'm going to go back to my red. There it is. And backgrounds. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. You can go scroll through here and try out different things. Always hit submit. That'll change it. And this is not publishing it. This is not changing your live site. This is just changing what you want to do. But you can do all kinds of things here with the backgrounds. And I will go back. You can play with all kinds of colors. I'm a maroon person, so therefore I have my little maroon. I even have my own custom ones, but I'm choosing a lot of their stuff. The header is going to be, this is the slider header. You can change these pictures out. This is what's real. I was just amazed at how many stock pictures they have in here. I can change the image. I can pick from any of their pre-selected. Look, they have 42 pages of different images. These are phenomenal pictures to have in here if you especially to stock stuff to get started. So you can pick, for the area that you're working, that is Sedona, in case you didn't know. Sedona, Arizona. Interior, so depending on what it is you want to do, you can change that picture out. You can also upload your own. This I just recently found, picture only. I can put content on the right, put my content down here. I can have a smaller content on the left, or an overlay. And you'll see I have one page of mine. So this is showing you how it's going to show up here, and you can put the content in here. This is huge. How do you get the, you see those custom things? So this way, I don't have to take the picture out, put in Photoshop, add all the stuff. I can do it right here. Looks professional, clean, easy to do. Another cool thing, so here you can add the images into your header if you have your own custom images, if you want to feature your own houses. You can, that'll give us a spot so we can add another one in. Right now I just have 4. So where you upload the photo, that's your custom video. You can even add a video. You can upload your own custom video. You can also set the frequency. How often do you want it to rotate, or if at all, not at all. If you have one image, it's not going to. But this is really cool. Some people don't like it going too fast, and I'm just amazed, like I said, amazed at the custom things. The other thing, this is kick-ass. If I don't want the same slider, if I want different pictures on different pages, I can. By default, it goes onto all pages. But on my site, for example, these are all my pages. I can pick here, like my Caroline County page. I have pictures of houses from Caroline County. I have pictures of houses from Spotsylvania County. I can set it up to go with what I want. And some pages I don't want a header. I don't want a header on my contact page. They don't need to be seeing the images 800 times. You can, your own personal taste. You can pick what you want there. But it is just a phenomenal tool. The footer, you can select how you want your footer. You pick your footer, whatever layout you want. That's going to be on the bottom of every page, which of course you can change. You can go through here if you want a Facebook box, Twitter box. And each one of these is its own, what's called a gadget. You'll get used to, each place is a gadget. So I put my various social media contact information here. I want a contact box info, so I've got my contact info in there. You can have, as you can see, have nav bar, testimonial, but you can put all kinds of different things. Contact form. It's just amazing what you can do there. But that's how you go in and do that. And then this is your footer. So those are the 3 boxes that I have selected. And yes, I need to fix the logo there. And then all the disclaimers are all pre-loaded in here, so that's on the very bottom, and you're covering all your legal requirements there. But this is the footer. It's the foot of every page. And logo settings, you can go in. Your logo is what will be. This is your website logo. So whatever it is you want to load in here will go in this section. And you see those are the various ones that I was trying to see how they fit. And the designation logo, you can put in different things, but and that'll go in the bottom. Some are preloaded. Fonts, if you want it, this is, oh, amazing tool. You have a choice. How many fonts? Any font you want. Pretty much. I don't know. I have not seen. I don't think you would need. I don't think there's anything left out there to upload if you wanted to. But depending on what you want on your site, you can customize it in here. Also, if it comes out a little too small, you like it bigger, easier to read, you can change the size. That, just pretty cool tools here. For now, I'm going to go back. I'll put it back at 100. And the other thing is, you can see it as you're going along here. This is phenomenal. I've worked with custom program, Headway and Thesis and Genesis and other. I mean, Headway to me is a pretty cool tool. You can do a lot of this where you've got the live editor. To be able to see this to this extent for this price is unbelievable. Okay, so we pretty much covered our design. This is going to be a quick overview. We'll go into some other stuff. Navigation. This is where you can pick how you want your pages. This is going to be your main nav bar. But what's cool here, you search them. You can have different pages underneath. Each one of these is going to be your drop down, like on your drop down menu. You don't want it showing up, but you want it on there. You know, like some information you might want for search engine purposes, and that you don't want to show the page. Or like here, if you don't want an about page or you don't want communities, click that and it hides the page. It's there for search engines, but it doesn't have to, you know, you may not want news. You might not want that in there. So it's going to take that page out. And don't forget to save that if you want to change it. SEO. This is where your meta tags, if you want to add some custom information. As you see, the title, when you hover over my website, like the tab, this is what's going to show up. There are certain things, if you're looking for SEO purposes, where you want different names in there. It's controversial about key names, but any kind of content you want in there on any, and you can change it per page. So there's a lot you can do as far as the SEO, search engine optimization. Next button, to publish. This is where, because once you get the design where you want it, you want to publish it. Like I said, you can preview it. That's going to show you what it's going to look like if it's published. And you can see the different tabs, the drop downs, how the red affects, all that kind of stuff. But it basically just pulls up a preview. You know, or you can cancel or you can publish. And then that, once you publish, your site, whatever you've done in here is now out on your site on the web. And how, here is how you can change. This is the page that you're currently working on. You can change, if you want to work on a different page, say I want to go work on my sellers page. I just click on sellers. Takes me to that page. Now it'll show. So make sure you're working on the page you think you want to be working on. This is where now if I want to go in and change the rotation, if I want to change this header, I just click on the, you know, I want to put a different logo. I can do that. If I want to change, you know, any of that kind of main stuff, it's basically by clicking on it first. This is also where I can change if I want a full page, like a contact page, 2 equal columns, depending on what it is I'm working on. I can pick all these different layouts for this page. For example, this appears to be, I haven't worked on this page yet. This is, all this content here came preloaded. Isn't that cool? I don't have to write. I can go in and start tweaking it, but it's already written for me to have my site loaded. I haven't gone in and tweaked anything yet. So this is but this you can see a 2-column equal. This is pretty impressive page, and I haven't done anything. All these pictures they give you, all this content they give you. So you can pick your layout there, and then insert content. This is cool. This is the lifeblood. What you can do here is it'll enter a little, what's called, refer to as modules. You can enter custom content. It'll bring that. You can name it. Header enabled means it'll show this title. So if you don't want the title to show up, don't mark that. Trim bottom gap. It depends on how you want it spaced. But you've got a full WYSIWYG custom, you know, editing tool in here. If you're not sure, you know, you can add images. You can do, basically, write your blog, whatever. But you can put in custom code. So this is your custom content. If you have a script, this is where, like, if you have affiliate codes, you have a little JavaScript, you have a little whatever it is you want, you would put in here. It's already set up to read it. There's all these different things that you can embed a form. Embedding means it's got some look at this. You've got a contact me form, but you can go in and edit the form. You can make the form, this is just so killer. You can add fields, you can, change the form properties, you can make it, you can create a captcha, you can do just all kinds of stuff here. And we'll go into, have another video on just what to do with some of these other things. Frame a URL. If you want a single page and you want to put another page from another website in on your website, that's what you would do to frame a URL. Add a mortgage calculator. Blog gadget. You have the blog. If you want to display an RSS feed. Photo gallery. Great for display, for featuring homes. A translation gadget if you want to translate to another. Create a community and a social media. Create a community, we'll talk about. That's another whole video on itself. The most kick-ass tool that I was paying $100 a month to Diverse Solutions for at one point was this little thing. The ability to do this. Your IDX gadget. This is your search tool for realtors. You can make it a search gadget, a results. It'll show the search where, as you can see, just hover over it and it'll show you what it is. You've got a search tool here. But then you can edit what you want to be able to put on there or not put on there. It shows it's got your Google Maps embedded. This is phenomenal. Phenomenal little tool. This is worth the money. Even like I said, I was paying $99 a month. The results. It'll show you the listings. Like what I've got on my Fredericksburg page is just Fredericksburg listings. A listing gadget. If you want to feature a specific listing, look at all the different things. Well, it's not going to let me move behind here. But maps, schools, points of interest. It'll do all the features for that particular listing. A showcase gadget. I have that on my homepage of our office listings. It'll do the revolving showcase of whatever the listings are that you select. Or links. How many, as you can see here, how many are in that if you want to have just the features for each area. These are really cool tools. Okay, then you pick your MLS. It'll be, once you get signed up, I'm an MRIS, so it'll show that. And depending on what I want to do, okay, so I'm going to pick, say, results. So it'll show listings. I pick my MLS. I want to customize my results. You can do your listings, your office listings. It's all preset in there. Or customize. Then I set what criteria. This is where I can go by zip code, address, proximity, neighborhood, school. Then I put in what neighborhood I want. Here, let's do city. Type in your whatever city you're thinking. It'll preload whatever's in your MLS. Click on it. Once it shows up down here, that's when it's there. Now, if it doesn't show up down here, then it didn't take. If I want to remove it, I just click on that and it'll remove it. I pick a type, commercial, and I reduce it down. I want houses and condos. I want to show just active listings. You can choose whatever you want. If I want to find just cabin, whatever the listing, just colonials type of house, you can really narrow down if you choose to. So if you have a very specific market, you can do that. Then you can also reduce it by price range, number of bedrooms. You can. This is the area where you pick what you want displayed. So if you want to only display homes with garages, no garages, vacation homes, does it have photos? Do you want to not put it on there if it doesn't have pictures? HUD owned, REOs, pets allowed. This is, phenomenal tools. Or you can just pick certain keywords to pull certain. If it's not on here, say golf homes. You want it golf. Type in, exact phrase and type in golf and it'll pull everything that has golf in the description. So it also is going to limit by how the realtors have it listed. Anyway, this is just play with it, try out different things. You're not going to break it. You're not going to break your site. It's the way to, to do that. Then there's going to be a link on there to search. And this is, this is the detail tabs, or like on that results where it showed what you want to show. You may not want to show certain things on there. But it pulls in the information for you. You don't have to do anything. Your search options, that's how, what options you want to make available to your searchers. For example, if I don't deal in commercial and I don't want them to even look for commercial, I want to unclick commercial. If I don't want them to be looked for rentals, then I would unclick that. This is the tools that you are giving the visitor to your website. And then the results, that's how it's going to show to them. What they'll do is they'll get thumbnails, the listing. These are the options that they will have. This default view, this is what I'm picking. I want, on a particular one, I want it to show the listing and the map. They will have the other options, but if I want like just thumbnails, then I can pick that one. I can pick, do I want the price going up, going down? Do I want it sorted by bedrooms, bathrooms, size? You can pick all these different things. Sounds overwhelming, but actually, once you get the hang of it, it's just a cool tool to have, and it you'll stick with pretty much the same basic thing for the most part, but if you have a special house or a special niche, it's just really cool. Extend advanced search. That means, do you want that whole search box to show when they click on a listing? Play with it. You'll see what it looks like. On some pages I may want it. On some results I may want it. Do I want the results page in a new window? Maybe, maybe not. I want to keep them on you want to keep them on your site, so actually I would maybe want that on that. Do I want to show mortgage details? Like on rentals, no. And it's maybe, maybe not. It's going to be up to you. And at the bottom it'll say listings presented by. Do you want your name so they contact you? Do you want your office, or do you want it just disabled? Then this will show you, here you pick out what, if you want a particular little pin, what do you want it to look like, the little icon. And this is preset in here right now. It's like I haven't, just because I didn't save it, and it's like Toronto for the company. But it will come down, and you can, what size you do or don't want it, once you enter. And you'll see that it'll automatically go to where you're listing, the address of your listing. I just didn't set any criteria, so it's not doing anything yet. But then once you get it set, click submit, and it'll show the block on your website. And this thing, I will do another tutorial on that, plus go into a little more detail. But this is what, basically to get you going and see all the things that are available to you for $99. Absolutely amazing website box. And I will have follow-up tutorials to cover some of the more in-depth, like the IDX, and we'll go through and show different pages and some ideas on layouts, that type of thing, and show you exactly how to do that. But it's well worth, and 30 days to try it. Money back guarantee. You cannot beat it out there. You can, here's some other things you can, the whole CRM itself, you pay that for just a contact, and that's contact management database. And also there's a lot of preset companies. You can, this is for your back end. Do you want it set for Coldwell Banker, Realty World? So if I want my stuff set on there, that's basically for my the back end. Or if you want just a whole corporate site. Let's see. There's just so much stuff here. They are great people to work with. I highly recommend them. And I hope this was helpful. And I'll be working on, the next tutorial should be out shortly. So if you want to go into a little more in depth on some of the tools that you have, please come back and visit. Thank you very much and have a great day.